There are times when a person does not eat out of hunger. They eat to soothe. They eat to fill a void. They eat to escape, for a few minutes, an emotion that is difficult to bear. They eat out of boredom. Binge eating is not merely a dietary issue. It is a signal inviting us to look deeper. What is that person trying to regulate? What void are they trying to fill? What emotion is unable to find another outlet? Welcome to episode 376 of, where we explore the meaning of symptoms through an integrative and humanized lens. At Pharaoh, we understand binge eating as a complex phenomenon involving the interaction of various dimensions: the body, the nervous system, emotions, personal history, relationships, habits, and one's sense of purpose. It is not about judging the individual, but rather understanding the deep need trying to express itself through a behavior that ultimately causes suffering. The question is not simply, why do you eat so much? The deeper question is, what are you trying to soothe when you eat that way? Jung, the shadow and the unacknowledged. According to the depth psychology of Carl Gustav Jung, what we do not consciously acknowledge may seek a way to express itself. Emotions such as sadness, loneliness, frustration, fear, a sense of rejection, or a need for comfort can remain hidden until they find an outlet. Food can symbolically become a refuge. Yet, no food can permanently satisfy a deep emotional need. The path of transformation begins when we learn to listen to what our behavior is trying to communicate. Wilber, integrating all dimensions of being. From Ken Wilber's integral perspective, the problem cannot be reduced solely to the body or the mind. A human being is a whole. A binge-eating episode may involve the bodily dimension, hunger, metabolism, sleep, physiological stress; the emotional dimension, anxiety, anguish, impulsivity; the mental dimension, repetitive thoughts, guilt, self-imposed pressure; the relational dimension, loneliness, lack of support, emotional difficulties; and the existential dimension, loss of meaning or disconnection from oneself. Healing requires integrating all these dimensions. Biology of meaning and Hamer. From the perspective of the biology of meaning and German New Medicine, within the Pharaoh interpretive framework, we explore how specific emotional conflicts can be accompanied by bodily and behavioral responses. The organism seeks to adapt to experiences perceived as threatening. In the case of binge eating, we can observe a response linked to an urgent need for calm, reward, or security. However, it is important to understand that eating behaviors involve multiple factors: biological, psychological, social, and environmental. The symptom is not an enemy, it is a signal that needs to be heard. Traditional Chinese medicine and medical Taoism. In traditional Chinese medicine, balance depends on harmony between the body, emotions, and vital energy. Prolonged stress can disrupt the balance of qi and specifically affect the relationship between the spleen and stomach, systems traditionally associated with food transformation and energetic stability. From this viewpoint, eating is not merely about physical nutrition, it also represents our relationship with the earth, stability, and self-care. When we seek a sense of calm in food that we cannot find within ourselves, an imbalance arises between our deep-seated need and the response we have chosen. Taoism reminds us that harmony does not come from fighting against ourselves, but from restoring lost balance. Anxiety and the binge-eating cycle. Many people get trapped in a cycle: anxiety, binging, guilt, restriction, more anxiety, and another binge. The problem isn't just the food, it is the relationship we have built with our emotions. The solution isn't punishing the body, but learning new ways of self-regulation. Pharaoh therapy. In this short video, I share a summary of the Pharaoh intervention, which operates on several levels: biological level, restoring bodily balance. Binge eating shouldn't be understood solely as an eating behavior. We must look at metabolism, sleep, circadian rhythms, physiological stress, available food, and the interplay between the body, hormones, and emotions. The body is not an enemy to be punished. It is a system trying to regain balance. Energetic level, restoring the harmony of qi. In traditional Chinese medicine, vital energy, qi, needs to circulate in a balanced way. Chronic stress, excessive worry, suppressed emotions, or a lack of internal harmony can disrupt the relationship between energy systems traditionally associated with spleen, stomach, transformation, nourishment, and the ability to assimilate experience, liver, free flow of qi and management of emotional tension, and heart shen, mental calm, emotional connection, and serenity. From this perspective, binge eating can be understood as a quick attempt at regulation. The person seeks an immediate sense of calm, pleasure, or safety. Yet true nourishment goes beyond filling the stomach. It also involves nourishing one's qi, shin, and relationship with life itself. Practices such as conscious breathing, qigong, gentle movement, connecting with nature, mindful eating, and restorative pauses can help restore internal balance. Emotional and nervous system level, learning self-regulation. The goal is not to fight the urge, but to develop a different relationship with it. A binge is preceded by an emotion, and that emotion is preceded by a need. Learning to identify this chain allows one to regain freedom. Psychological level, integrating the shadow. According to Jung, transformation occurs when we stop rejecting parts of ourselves and learn to integrate them. A person does not need to wage war on their body, they need to reconcile with it. Relational level, regaining a sense of safety. Many compulsive behaviors are fueled by loneliness, shame, and isolation. A secure human connection acts as a regulator. Feeling seen, heard, and accompanied can transform one's relationship with their own body. Spiritual existential level, nourishing a sense of meaning. Existential emptiness cannot be filled solely by external stimuli. Human beings need purpose, connection, values, and a deep relationship with themselves. In philosophical Taoism, harmony arises when we stop fighting against our nature and learn to live in balance with it. Not everything we seek to fill belongs to the stomach, some hunger belongs to the soul. When qi regains its harmony, the body stops seeking externally what it needs to cultivate internally. Key insight. Binge eating is not a character flaw. It is a sign that a part of us is asking to be heard. Understanding that signal does not mean getting trapped in it. It means embarking on a path of awareness, regulation, and transformation. Guiding quote. When an emotion cannot find words, it often seeks an outlet through the body. Study the comprehensive Pharaoh method with ECEL Pharaoh. Study science with awareness, because in health, knowledge is not neutral, is vital. Please like, share, and comment on this video. Don't miss part 2. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to access more content.